Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Kel.
And we are doing our All-Star Week wrap-up with some news thrown in there. More news than All-Star talk, but we have a lot to talk about, and we figured we'd drop something because we wanted to talk to you guys. We haven't talked to you guys in a little bit, so first, let's talk about the big news from our end, and a lot of it's for you guys. So, starting tomorrow, or actually it'll be today for you guys, later on tonight, definitely tune into this. So we're doing two different podcaster
roundtables.
Roundtables. So
the first one is going to be the 18th, which is, we're recording it on the 17th, but this will most likely go up. So tonight at 10:30, tune in. I will be on this first roundtable, and then next week on the 26th, you'll be on the other. Yeah,
I'll be on the second. Unfortunately, there's no Outlaws fans on mine.
Yeah, they're all on mine. Don't worry, I'll do you proud.
Well, but do
we
our
both
channel
love ripping
proud.
on the Outlaws. We both love ripping on the Outlaws, so I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Just get on Ed and our spec. But on the podcast, there's going to be guys from casual OWL fans, the Overwatch, High Noon Podcast, Omnic Lab, us, of course, OWL Recap, Push the Point Podcast, TBW. There's going to be a whole bunch of guys that I'm sure a lot of you guys listen to. Just tune in. It's going to be fun. The Bird Watchers would be podcast TBW, and those guys are really fun. I like going back and forth with them. They're all big time Atlanta Reign fans.
Yeah,
and, and we have Totem's going to be doing yours, and I believe
Blazing Bob will be the moderator for yours. I believe
Blazing Bob, the awesome Blazing Bob, and the awesome Totem. These guys are and I'm sure these guys will listen to this at some point. I would just like to thank them because
absolutely,
they're way more organized than us. We're a couple of, I'm an idiot. So I'm like, we all should get together and do something. And they just got this ball rolling, and especially Totem. And then Bob is also helping out with all this stuff. So thanks guys. If you're listening, it's going to be fun. You guys are going to have a great time. Please join, jump on, and the bunch of us are going to be streaming it. Jump on in and just see how fun it's going to be. I mean, we got guys from everywhere doing this.
Like, we've got tons of guys coming in. Like, that's why we have to have two separate roundtables, because there's going to be so many people.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be between 8 to 10 people on each one. So there's going to be a lot of discussion, just a lot of content to go through, and lots of stuff to talk about. Some of it we're going to talk about right now, because it's inevitable. We're going to overlap some things, but
right. But just so you got, and someone gave Totem some crap on Reddit because, it's Reddit, and why wouldn't you get shit from anything you say on there?
Right.
Why didn't you invite Thorin, what is that? Oversight? Oversight, yeah. Because Thorin's going to join all of us.
Yes. Because
esports demigod is going to come on. Hey, but if he happens to listen to this, if he hits us on any of our streams or Discord, we'll gladly throw him in.
Well, of course, yeah.
Thorin or Monty.
Yeah. Absolutely. We would have those people, but Jesus, come on, guys. That's like asking to have let's see, what would the equivalent be? It'd be your local
He'll be on
Fox
local radio
affiliate.
having Joe Buck on.
Right, exactly.
Or Peter King.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Cleveland radio. We're going to have Peter King on to talk about the Browns. No, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, that might have happened now just because of the OBJ thing, but point taken. But even just but not even I'm thinking an affiliate that is a couple hours outside of a major city.
Brunswick radio,
the Toledo radio for the Toledo sports radio.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
You can't decide if you're going to talk about University of Michigan the Cavs or the Pistons.
Yeah, that sucks to live in that. Anyway, that's like living, weirdly enough, that's like living where I lived in Connecticut. There's a lot of border skirmishes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have people that are stupid and rooted for teams from Boston, and then the smarter people that rooted for teams that were not the Knicks from New York.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Knicks, okay, so before we dive into the real stuff, guys, we had a conversation, and I'm sorry, all of you Outlaws fans and Outlaw Nation, and the amount of Outlaws talk in Overwatch League is equivalent to the New York Knicks talk in NBA circles. And you guys officially are New York Knicks fans. Yeah,
especially after the whole Zion thing. Oh, man.
It's always the same, though. It's like, the next meta's ours. The Knicks. Yeah. Next year. They're like the Bad News Bears. Fuck you, Yankees. We'll get you next year.
Right. I mean,
that's old school.
I understand how it feels. Like, I really do.
Oh, you guys were different.
As a Browns fan, but like ours was just like complete and utter ineptitude.
You guys were me.
But it was at different levels.
You guys were me.
It was always at a different level. Yeah, pretty much.
You guys were a Mayhem fan.
Yeah.
Or a Jets fan. A Knicks fan thinks that they're just like one piece away when they have nobody.
Yeah.
Outlaws.
Yeah, we at least knew we were a long way away.
Anyway, that's so weird.
Even when we won.
We were talking about that on the NBA draft night, watching all the Knicks fans go crazy, thinking they already had Zion.
But then the Jets right now going, hold my beer.
Well, they're both going, hold my beer, after the Giants drafted. The one guy got drafted from Duke in New York in the first round. It just wasn't the guy they wanted. Oh, New York sports is a fucking shit show.
I love it.
I actually kind of wish I was back there to listen to these guys absolutely losing their fucking minds in New York sports radio, because there was nothing better. Mike Francesa falling asleep. Talking about Derek Jeter and then nodding off because he's an old fucking douchebag. Anyway, let's get on to Overwatch League.
Yeah. So we had the All-Star event that was on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah. Wednesday started off with what you really actually wanted to watch.
Yeah.
That was all the different fun things. You had the talent takedown, the Widowmaker 1v1, and the All-Star arcade. The talent takedown is super fun. I always love it.
Oh yeah, I love it. And Bren went off.
Yes. So Bren goes off. He really did pop off. Like, he was hitting shots that you're just like, it was so fun to watch that, and just like seeing everybody's reactions and stuff. And so like the talent takedown was super fun to watch. A lot of back and forth, and just like hearing them trash talk each other is amazing.
Oh yeah. And Monte Cristo coming out and hit Emo Cristo.
Right. Oh my God.
Was that My Chemical Romance? Is that where we're going?
I think though. I am pretty sure that is.
I'm not up on my emo. I'm assuming that's what that was.
I'm pretty sure that's what his goal was.
Well, that's the one thing about that dude. He's super smart, but he's also like goofy enough to fucking just like, all right, I'm doing this.
Like, I don't care. Yeah, like that dude. I mean, he does wear bolo ties, so I don't think he's he has no cares for anybody's opinion about his fashion. He's just going to wear whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, exactly. So
look at him
dressing like the lead singer from My Chemical Romance. Then hey, why not?
Right.
But then we actually watched some of the arcade together, and that was super fun. The fucking Hanzo fucking Genji.
The Hanzo Genji one was great.
It was hard to follow.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was hard to follow, but like seeing some of these guys go off was really fun to watch.
Yeah. And then
seeing like some of these guys that like a lot of tanks play Genji or Hanzo, like that was fun. And just that was great. The second part was that the all support one, where we got to see some phenomenal Ana play.
Oh yeah, it's sleep darts and just ridiculous,
and just like how important the anti-heal is.
Yeah,
when you're playing all support.
Yeah. Well, the nade is everything anyway when you're not playing all support.
It is. It really is.
And the Widow 1v1, which was the highlight, that they had it interspersed throughout, which I kind of liked, where they didn't just do it like all at once, like the home run derby. Mm-hmm. I kind of liked that. Yeah,
I did like that, the way that they split it up.
And I did like the fact they had like cool. Jonak and Violet in there. I know some people were kind of like, they're not DPS players or whatever, but those guys got sick game. And
they really do.
By the way, guys, they play DPS outside of the league.
The league, yeah. It's not like football where they never differ from their position and or like really any other sport where it's like you can literally play any position because it's a video game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and if you have these godlike skills, like you're going to be good at other characters too.
Yeah,
like, there's just certain things that you're going to be better at.
It can almost come close to basketball.
Yeah,
where you can switch to guard and forward, like in an all-star scenario, is what I'm getting. You know what I mean? You can do different things.
There's no position or anything like that. Yeah,
I mean that would be the only way to equate it, but it was great. DM is amazing.
Yes. Wow, did he prove that he is amazing? The Widowmaker 1v1, probably the best event they have. The All-Star Arcade is fun, but I think they still need to figure out exactly which modes need to be played. I think
next year, though, when the workshop's already a year in, I think we're going to get gun game, and we're going to get some really enhanced modes, like when they, people are perfecting like the Anna paintball and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I think maybe they'll have a thing where send us your best mode, script writer people, and we'll have the community vote on it. I think that would be amazing.
I think that would be a phenomenal way to get the fans involved in a way that is not picking players, because we know how that ended up. So if they're all picking the modes, I think that would be a really good idea.
Because they had
and it would add so much more, because getting that McCree all McCree thing, oh my god, that was borderline unwatchable.
Yeah, that was too much. That was a little bit too much. Well, that's what people voted on. But if we get into we're going to go to the community of creators. Yes. And have them create modes like the enhanced Anna paintball, or something like the Chase the Crown, which I was playing that the other night, and that is super fun, where everybody's Tracer and someone has the crown. It's kind of like tag, but it's not.
Oh yeah,
that is ridiculous.
Or that kind of stuff is perfect. I want to see a free for all, honestly, with some of these guys.
Free for all death match.
Yes, actually, random free for all.
Yeah.
Even better.
Mystery free for all.
Mystery free for all.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
I want
great.
that to be a thing.
But moving on, in the interim, I guess maybe it was before this. Let's touch on this for a minute. So, because they unveiled a lot of it at the All-Star game, the Overwatch League and Upper Deck have come out with a card series for Overwatch League, which is fantastic. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was one of those collector guys.
Yeah.
Early 90s. I might have almost gotten a fight with Alonzo Mourning at a card show, but that's a whole nother story we could talk about at a different time. Anyway. But I was one of those guys that was at my parents' house in some remote corner of the attic, there's a 1984 NFL top set with all Elway and a bunch of guys, and the 89 Fleer set. I had all of this stuff, and I had the Upper Deck. I did mostly football, hockey, and basketball, because baseball, I didn't care about baseball at that point. Yeah, enough.
That's fair.
I bought Oakland A's shit. Because my team, at that point, the Yankees were terrible. I was just buying Maguire and Canseco stuff.
Yeah.
And not what they were buying at GNC. I meant their cards.
Yeah.
But that stuff was always fun to me. So I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I do like it. We just got to find a place that is actually selling them.
Yeah. So if you guys are in the Cleveland metropolitan area, I mean, I'm sure you can buy them online, but
probably.
I need, and it's all year one. So it's not the current teams, I guess. Right now, I'm sure there's going to be these guys. They have Series 1, Series 2 usually in a year.
Yeah.
So I would assume somewhere around, I would say around the finals, we're going to get Series 2, which is going to be this season. Mm-hmm. And then this is me being a former card collector person. And then you'll definitely get a probably a next year set that will have the World Cup set as like foil cards or something like that.
Yeah.
As additions in, but I need the Mayhem and inaugural set. I want the Swoosh rookie card and the Logic's rookie card. That's really all I want.
That's fair. There's definitely going to be some good ones in there. I'd like to try and find some.
Yeah, the Jonak rookie card.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna dive in. Get an Overwatch League rookie. Oh my god, I don't need to go there. My wife will kill me. Dangerous territory. My wife will kill me.
So in the aftermath of everything in the talent takedown, we had the
Brenji losing his mind.
Yeah, Bren just kind of losing his mind and getting his head way too big and challenging anyone who would take it to a Widow 1v1 during halftime of the All-Star game itself.
Actual All-Star game.
And somebody did. Yep. And it was Gesture. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, no big deal. Gesture,
LOL, main tank.
Yeah, exactly. He's a main tank. I can take him.
Oh, by the way, side note, main tank with a Widow solo account with, what was it, 4,600?
He's a 4,600 peak.
Yeah. Got yourself in trouble there, boy.
Yeah.
Because the All-Star game itself was okay.
Yeah.
It was fun watching guys play, like, DPS heroes, though.
Yeah. But this whole thing was
like
probably the most fun I have had with this league. Other than, like, somebody put it on Twitter. I don't remember exactly who it was, but they said, other than the 2 games of San Francisco and Vancouver playing each other, which are two of the best games we've ever had, it's the most fun that I've had watching Overwatch League yet. Yeah,
I totally agree with that. We'll get into more of that in a sec. But I was surprised, Brent actually got 2 rounds. I don't know if they were kind of gimmies.
Yeah.
But fucking Gesture is a beast, man.
He really is. Like, he was hitting some shots that you're just like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bren, you're a little overmatched. I will give it to him. He did get 2 hits on him.
Yeah. He did say after, he's like, I thought I was nervous to begin with, and I went and said something, so it was kind of, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, so, you've played Widow? He's like, yeah, I'm 4,600 peak SR. Oh. And Brent's like, my little pea brain got really afraid. Which I would be terrified as well. Like, I just figured, if anything, he might be like, Plat. Yeah. Widow. And that just goes to show you how good these guys are all around.
Like, to be a pro, like, I think it was Surefour that said, like, you like to get to a super high SR, you have to have at least 2 out of these 3 things, like aim, game sense, and one other thing I don't remember exactly. But it's just like anyone that's playing pro has all 3 of those things, and they are elite level at all of them.
And that's even the guys that we say are shit.
Yeah.
Like,
even get a sniff. It's like the last guy on the bench in the NBA. That guy will kick your ass at basketball, but he's just not as good as the best players in the world. Like,
right. Well, that's like when people always say that, Alabama will beat X NFL team. No, they won't. They will get their asses fucking handed to them.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a little different in like a video game world where, like, I could see where some contenders teams could beat like a Washington, a Florida, a Houston. Because there's no physicality in it. It's all, mental and
it's all mental and all that.
Coordination,
but
and all that.
And teamwork. I think that's where a lot of these teams really make a difference. Like,
Especially
it's their
now.
ability to work together as a team. Oh yeah, especially in this meta and all that.
Now, on the All-Star game itself, the Atlantic
Pulls out the surprise.
Well, they did the baseball thing. To me, like every baseball era, it's like the teams that win the World Series never win the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Like for me, and I'm fucking old, the National League won pretty much every year except for one until I was 22.
Yeah. But
so, and what the
American League was dominating at that point.
Yeah. In the World Series.
Yeah.
And it was generally Toronto, like Toronto won a couple, Kansas City. I mean, there was a couple of years interspersed here and there, like Oakland was good. The Dodgers, I think, won a couple and the Mets won one. It was generally a dominant AL thing. And then, you know, you get, well, the only anomaly is the 90s and the 2000s where the American Leagues dominated baseball just overall.
Yeah, altogether.
I mean, minus a few years here and there.
Yeah.
But the Giants and the Cardinals here and there and the Cubs. But sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
Ooh, yeah.
It was just, sorry, digging wounds.
Yeah. But no, I feel what you're saying.
You know where I'm going? It's like
you look at the roster and you're just dominant. Like, look how stacked this is. Like they have, like the other team almost has no business being there. I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like, because who's going to win this year? It's 100% going to be, as things stand right now, it's going to be either Vancouver or San Francisco because literally no one else is even close. Yeah,
unless 3 people quit from their team.
Right.
Which I don't think is happening.
Oh, definitely not. Not from those teams.
If you think about it really, though, in the Overwatch League, this is about solo performance, not team performance.
Yeah.
The Atlantic has better solo performers. Prophet,
they do.
Pine, like the guys on some of the guys on New York. Do you know what I mean? It's more of like Carpe. On the Pacific, you have guys that are like specifically like Chengdu. They're a team.
Right.
I mean, there's a couple of like Diem's a great individual player. You know, there's great individual players, but they're more team oriented. But the other guys are like solo carries.
Yeah.
So in a scenario where it's chaos, solo carry guy is going to win.
Yeah, 100%. Especially when it's something the way it was, which was it was basically quick play.
Yeah. Well, then like there was, what was it? I think it was the 3rd or 4th map where it was like all New York and Prophet.
Yeah.
Which I want to fucking see that like on the real stage.
Oh my God, right? See what that team can do. Good Lord. That's terrifying to even think about.
Yeah, it's terrifying to think. Yeah, that's a horrible idea, but it's never going to happen in this meta. So the Atlantic won. It was fun.
Yeah.
It still was an all-star game to me. I'm not the biggest fan of all-star games. I'm all about the festivities around them.
Yes.
The competitions and the other shit, like seeing the individual stuff, which is what you want to see. It to me, it outweighs more of like what the actual game is, because the game is usually shit. And this one, it wasn't shit, but it wasn't great by any stretch. I mean, it was people doing weird shit and, tanks playing support and, Ameng was playing Zenyatta at one point in the beginning. It's stuff like that. It was fun.
It was a good time overall. Yeah. But at the same point, it's just like every other All-Star game. Like,
it was one of the better ones, though.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely give that. It's fun. I wish there could be a little more to the actual game. Because like the festivities and like the stuff before is so much like more engaging and you don't really know what to expect. Whereas like once you actually get to the game, like it's really not as fun. So like, I'd really like to see if they can find a way to really bring that out.
Yeah.
And just make it more unpredictable, I guess.
Yeah, at least they didn't play goats.
Yeah.
I would have laughed at like, okay, so we got 3v3.
Yeah.
Let's transition into the next topic.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3v3 and metas and whatnot. So, as much as we've been talking about, and as much as everybody's been talking about, actually, so the slasher leak seems to be the 222 lock is imminent. Seems to have been squelched by the Overwatch leak.
Yeah. So Halo of Thoughts, I believe, is the one that posted it. We still haven't gotten any official conversation either way, but from what he says, the league voted it down.
Yeah.
I guess from what he says, also all 20 teams were down with it.
Yeah, and
which is surprising.
Yeah, which is very surprising. And on a side note, Houston had tweeted out, that if you guys have seen like the weird witch circle thing.
Yeah.
Like the candle thing, and it was kind of like that. It was like, if you want 222 lock, retweet or something along those lines. I saw it briefly. Well, it got deleted. So I don't think it was them that deleted it. I think they were forced to.
My guess would be that, yeah.
It's kind of, it's a double-edged sword with 222 lock. I'm for it because, and I like watching GOATs. I have no problem watching it. Mm-hmm. I also think that they saw the ratings from the finals on ABC. Yeah. Which were phenomenal. Whether it was
what it is. Yeah.
Grumpy old man that thought the world was going to end because he couldn't watch some dude fishing or something on Sunday afternoon. Kids playing the video games. I just think that had something to do with it. Like,
I can definitely see that thought, like seeing how they have been like, well, this is actually a little easier for the average fan to actually pick up. It's easier for the casters to know exactly what's going on. It's easier for the production people to keep an eye on the actual things that are worth watching instead of like being on somebody who really isn't having anything going on, and then Prophet gets a triple kill that no one even sees. You just hear them kind of looking at the kill feed and reacting to that.
What the fuck is Prophet doing?
Right.
Kind of like in the we were talking, like in the finals. Like you didn't get on. They didn't switch on to Prophet until he was 3 kills into that 5 kill.
Yeah.
It's still amazing.
And they had to show it they had to show his perspective on replay. Yeah.
But with GOATs, I think especially for some of the crowd they're going for that guy that's a football fan. You know, it's kind of the set play, even like basketball, like, all right, there's this going, this much time, we're going to set up, what pick and rolls are. They're going for that. Mm-hmm. In a 222 lock, you're going to get weird shit. As much as, I know a lot of people are saying, people are going to understand what a widow triple kill is. Yeah. That weird bitch hanging from the fucking chain just shot 3 people and they're dead. Everyone gets that. But with GOATs, unfortunately, it's a set play and you can see rotations. And especially when you have guys that are so informed that are announcing it.
Yeah.
Like Monty and Doa, and then like all of them, they all know what's going on, and they're able to go through it with you and explain to like the novice. Whereas Dive, it's like, okay, Winston dives in, here comes Diva. Well, Genji's over there. Oh my god, there's like
right. There's just so much happening at one time that like it's really hard to keep track of the action. Whereas with this, it's like it's much more of a war of attrition, basically. Like, okay, we have these guys, like, right, they're just pumping in and trying to build ult, and okay, like now this side has all these ults, this side doesn't have as many ults, so it's a lot more favoring this side, but they blew some, and like it's just a lot easier for them to keep up with that and really paint a picture of what's happening and like explain it on the fly pretty much. It's just a lot easier to pick up when it's that way.
Yeah. As much as like hardcore Overwatch people, like a lot of people that watch the league, us people that play, like, the other podcasters and everything, we're all like 222 lock is what we want. And the players and the teams that all said, yes, let's do this.
But they look at the viewer numbers, and is that what the viewers want? And according to them,
no, they don't. They like goats.
Yep.
And it's not us. It's the casual guy watching on ABC on a Sunday afternoon that's not tweeting out that the world is going to end because there's video games on television.
Yeah, it's the guy that's like, that maybe has played some Call of Duty before,
right.
or like,
or whatever. His kid's sitting next to him, and he's like, his kid's next to him going, oh yeah, this is Overwatch. This is what happens. And then they start watching it together. They want that. And it's easier to describe. Is it more fun for us to watch? No. I want to see someone go off on Genji.
Right.
I want to see Widowmaker. I want to see some of that stuff. But even 222 lock, as much as I want it, and Baby Bay said it on one of those things, he's like, it's going to end up in dive again, which is fine until it gets stale. Exactly.
And I think by going to a 222 lock, I think that's probably something that they're trying to avoid.
Right.
And I really wonder if there will be other things.
Maybe Hero Band?
I'm kind of wondering if that is a possibility, like maybe not in this stage or even like this season, but I wonder if that's something that they explore for next season, because I could see them just kind of like trying to tweak as much as they can and see if the new meta emerges, but at this point it might be too late is the other really like kind of disheartening thing. Like it might be a little too late, honestly, until another team like finds something that really dominates.
Well, yeah, and the thing is they can say what they want, and we're going to talk about, believe me, guys, watch the podcast roundtables.
This will be a topic that is very hot, a very heated debate.
That mac and cheese.
I don't think anything will top the
it's barbecue
vitriol that was being tossed back and forth.
But anyway, my point, I was going somewhere. I was actually going somewhere. Anyway, mac and cheese distracted me because I'm a little hungry, but
fair enough.
Yeah. If sometimes though, like I guess what I'm getting with if you lock 222 down, you can't go anywhere,
right?
Unless a hero's created. And the thing is right now you're in a thing where they're saying, well, we want people to be creative. They're not going to be. You have two good teams, and the rest of the teams are bending the knee right now.
Pretty much. And it's really to a point where
it's only worth watching the middle of the pack because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Right. And because like unless those two teams are playing each other in a game that really matters,
you're watching shit
games like you're watching them just steamroll
because they're the only two teams that know how to play goats.
Yeah. And like have it to such perfection that like no one can even stop them. It's insane.
It's evolved goats from when it came out, but they know how to do it. Their coaches are really good. I mean, there are other good coaches in the league, but they're good coaches with guys that are insane players. And it's just, I don't care if people can yell at me, and I don't care. There's two teams and 18 other pieces of shit right now.
Exactly.
I mean, some shit is definitely worse than others, but I'm talking as far as winning a championship.
Yeah.
No one is in that. All right. But
it's basically right now they are in the same position as the NBA was the past 4 years. You're inevitably like you can look and see, oh, here's these other teams that are going to do something, but inevitably it's just going to be those same two teams in the finals. Cavs, Warriors. Book it.
Sure, other teams are going to play. They might give them a fight for a minute.
One team might push it to 7 but
push to 5.
Inevitably that's what you're going to see. And that's exactly what happened. And as soon as LeBron leaves, look at what happens now.
Yeah.
You get completely other teams. And now it's starting to shift, but it's just like, do you really want it to go for that many seasons?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want it to go just this season?
Right.
Do you want it to go that whole way?
Well,
because that's what's inevitable.
Yeah, and they're in the same division. It's very reminiscent of the NFL in the 90s when the championship game in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. The championship game was the NFC championship game when you had the Cowboys playing the 49ers.
Yeah.
And they would go on to play whatever shit team the AFC had to sacrifice.
Usually the Bills.
Yeah. Or, 1 year was the Chargers. It was just, whatever. They need to be careful with it.
They do. But I also understand their hesitation to put things.
Oh, I understand to a point.
And I'm really interested to see how the inevitable changes to ladder end up changing things, because I do think that is coming.
Something has to be done.
There's big changes coming to ladder in the next season, I feel like.
But
whether that's going to be a 2-2-2 lock, I don't know. But I think it could be that. It could be hero bands. It could be like a forced lock of three things, maybe like a healer, DPS, tank.
You can't leave the spawn without one of each class.
Yeah, something like that.
But I don't even play ranked anymore because I'm not fantastic at the game. I don't have fun playing on ladder because, like right now, you lose in the spawn room. Mm-hmm. And the thing is playing in bronze, silver area, nobody wants to play what wins.
Yeah.
And even if they try, in that area, like you try the 3-3. So it's not the same as like pro level goats by any stretch.
Right.
But even when you go up against a team that's got 3 tanks and 3 supports, no matter, it's always a Brig and a couple of tanks, whether it's Diva, Roadhog, and Reinhardt. But
yeah,
I'm always on the team that decides that Ashe, Doomfist, and Widowmaker are going to win the fucking match.
You're right.
So in the spawn room, it's done. And that's the problem with the game in ranked. It's done in the spawn room. Especially if you play the game.
Especially, and from what I'm experiencing, is it's not even just that. It's also the mentality that so many people are going in with, where it's like, as soon as someone gets picked, they tilt, and then that tilts the rest of the team, and it just falls apart. That's been my experience the last couple weeks in ranked, because I've been playing quite a bit.
If you watch the pros, they die. You're gonna die in a match. Sometimes
it's how you respond to it that is the key. And when you just all right, let's just regroup. I had a game today where I was on one team, and we first held on Hanamura and pushed immediately, it was a steamroll. And the other team, they were just fighting in chat the whole time. And then on my next game, one of the guys from the other team that was kind of talking shit to the other team, the duo was on my other team, and they rolled us because that guy was on our team, and that guy came in, and in voice chat he was a
toxic fuck.
He was just tilted beyond belief at this point, and he wasn't being actively screaming or anything, but he was doing everything he could, and those guys were just bullying the crap out of him. But he wasn't doing the proper things that he needed to do to play his character, and that's what happened. And it's just that kind of thing.
Well, yeah,
I don't know how they fix that, honestly, but I've had a lot of that lately. Well,
that's a whole thing that they're smart guys that can figure it out. Mm-hmm. But as far as the league's concerned, we'll dive more into the 2-2-2 lock, yay, or if it's going to happen, what they need to do. I think they still can do hero bans. I don't give a shit what they say.
Yeah.
They're making excuses like these guys are fucking babies. Your best main tank in the league has a 4,600 fucking Widowmaker account, all right?
Yeah.
Jonak has 9 fucking DPS accounts.
Yeah.
Don't say they can't fucking switch. That's 2 teams that are clobbering the fuck out of everybody that don't want to switch.
Right.
But even those two teams will be still.
I'm with you. I think. I don't know. It's
weird. It's. We'll talk about it more for sure.
It's definitely a weird subject, and there's a lot of debate. I think one thing that is inevitable. I think in the next week or two, we are most definitely going to get a hero announcement.
Yeah, we'll get something.
Whether that hero will come in on the next stage, I'm not sure. Because we do have 3 weeks, so like it's definitely possible.
We usually get one in about June, July, somewhere in there. So yeah. We're due because we got the anniversary coming up. I
think it could happen. I mean, yeah, we should be getting the anniversary update here pretty soon. I think there's going to be a big tweaks to ranked, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects the league itself. Allegedly,
no, this is good news for the league. After we had the whole me ranting and all that, allegedly we're getting the viewer that we have for the World Cup. A couple of people said that that's probably coming in stage 3. And guys, you're gonna get annoyed by me playing with that fucking thing. I'm telling you right now. Just from playing with it with the Overwatch World Cup, fucking loved it. But there's so much stuff that like we can talk about and we can get into, and we can have more discussions with you guys like on stream, on our show, doing different things, talking about this stuff. And we can watch the light show of goats.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that is going to wrap it up. And we thank you guys for joining us. If you are on YouTube, thanks a lot. Definitely hit a like, hit a subscribe. If you are on a podcast format, please review us on any of whatever your podcast catcher thing of choice is. iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, whatever you're on. Also, don't forget, tomorrow night, our Twitter and all of our stuff is down below. Podcaster Roundtable tomorrow night. Kel's going to be on with a bunch of other podcasts. It's going to be fantastic. I will be on next Sunday night on that one. And, definitely join us and listen to all the other podcasts too. We're going to have them down below. So they're all fantastic. They all have we all have different viewpoints and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We're all different personalities, and it's going to be fun. I mean, the last one was fun. Check it out. It's on our, it's in our, in our history. I'll actually put a link. I'll put that up on the link at the end of the video. Just check it out. The last one was fun. I mean, it was 8 of us. We're up to 20, minus Thorin.
Yeah,
if you're out there.
Yeah, right. God.
Anyway, Thorin, if you're listening, come join us.
Yeah, come on, man. Why stop being such a pussy? Join us. Join us on our show.
You and Monty. Come on, dudes. Bring it. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us, and we will definitely see you this weekend. And we're not doing the Sunday backup, by the way. I almost forgot about that because we have some other streaming things.
So no Sunday back cap probably until stage 3 returns, because we'll be doing the roundtables the next 2 weeks, and then the last week. I mean, what else are we going to talk about on a back cap? We don't have anything to back cap at that point. Yeah. So
maybe we'll.
But do keep an eye out for extra videos and just fun things that we're going to do. We're going to try and do some stuff for the Patreon. So if anybody wants to contribute to that, they'll get some exclusive content. We're going to start doing some stuff for that stuff. So keep an eye out for that.
Definitely. We have different tiers. We have 3 different tiers. Just join in on that because we have the anniversary coming up. So I mean, on different nights we could play different game modes.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be. I mean, once the anniversary update comes out, I'm imagining that's the patch that will give us the workshop and the live game. So I think that is going to really give us some fun stuff to work with.
Yeah. Plus, we have the rotation that they always do on the anniversary with the different arcade modes and, where you're going to have Capture the Flag, Mate, Yeti Hunt, and all that kind of shit. All those different things. Oh, by the way, look this up on Workshop. I forget who posted it. There's a Torbjorn bowling. Someone made like a Wii thing.
I did see that. Oh my God, it looks so good.
Doomfist throwing Hammond.
Wrecking Ball.
At a bunch of fucking Torbjorns. Yes. But it's got the old Wii bowling music and all that shit. I don't know how the fuck they did that, but it's amazing. Those guys are incredible that are doing that. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one.
Catch you guys on the next one. Later.